Write a passage.
Put this into 6.
If all angles in a triangle add up to 180.
What's it like being on the receiving end of the education system? What's it like being in Year 8 when progress can dip? One school, 4 Year 8 children. Bradley, Jack, Louise and Robert. This series offers a snapshot of 4 pupils' perceptions and experience of school.
First warning, Brad. All right, first thing we need to do, obviously, is get yourselves a book. All right, so as usual, you've got 10 minutes, when I say so, to go and get yourselves something to read for the lesson. Folks, I don't want to see... Brad, I've not asked you to get up yet. Take a seat. Back in your seat, Brad.
English. Bradley's come into the end of Year 8 at Hove Park School in Brighton.
Get a chance to do that at the end of the lesson.
When the teachers ask me to sit down, I normally don't because I'm a fidgety type of person and I don't really like to sit in one seat at one time because it's annoying and they're hard chairs, so I don't really like them. They're a bit bony, so the teachers normally ask me about sitting down a lot, but I don't. I just normally keep getting up and down, up and down, up and down.
All right, so Brad, not finished talking, so looking at me. Okay, so I know you're listening. Second thing, Brad, we had a couple of up and down lessons.
We were in the library today and the teacher was a bit pushy, but I managed to get on with him.
Brad, do you want to read that one?
I will.
Go on, then.
How big's that?
Well, Bradley's just going to tell us, so go on.
The heaviest spider.
Yep.
Female bird eating spiders, family.
Therapsidae, there you go.
Are more heavy built than mussels.
Built than males, yeah.
Males, and in February...
Bradley's chosen to sit with a teaching assistant.
Charles J. Dickens.
Sideman, yeah.
Sideman, USA, captured a female example near
Wherever that was, yeah. Which weighed a record...
Which weighted a record peak of 4.2 ounces.
Yeah.
Before its death from moulting problems in January 1986, other measurements included a maximum leg span of 26.7 centimetres, 10.5 inches, a total body length of 10.2 centimetres, 4 inches, and fangs measured 2.5 centimetres, 1 inch
So
long.
the fangs are what it bites things with, and how long were they?
2.5 centimetres.
So that's about that long fangs.
One of the things we saw in there was the heaviest spider. It weighs 22.2 centimetres. That's how long it is. Don't know how much it weighs.
What we need to do now is open up your reading journals. Okay, and for each of those questions, okay, write me a sentence down.
I still have to remember that rhyme was because big elephants can always understand sums easily. If it comes to, like, really long words, like confused or over-exaggerated, I can't do. I have to have some help with it. And they write them either on the board or they spell it too quickly. And I just get annoyed, so I just would, like, 5 minutes alone with the teacher to teach me how to spell properly.
Bradley's an early riser. With his younger brother, Connor, he has an hour's journey to school, as Hove Park's on the other side of Brighton. At primary, Bradley achieved just below national expectations, 4 C's in maths and science, but only 3 C in English.
Want to see that?
You going?
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Bye. See you later, Dad. Bye.
The family wants to move nearer to Hove Park. They're on the transfer list, but their estate's unpopular within the city, so they can't get a council swap.
Don't worry about it, they're always around there.
Schools closer to their estate had a poor reputation.
And there's Sarah and Claire. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Claire.
Their local secondary was closed down. Bradley's father hadn't heard anything negative about Hove Park. So despite the long bus ride, it was his first choice, as he wanted the best for Bradley.
51 divided by 8. 51 divided by 8. Can you help me with that?
In maths, Bradley's in set 2 of 4.
Yes?
6 remainder...
6 is good.
6 remainder 1 over 8.
6 remainder 4, isn't it?
1 over 8. 6 remainder 1 over 8.
No, I'm sorry.
The class starts by turning remainders into fractions.
No, that's 3/8.
I was close.
Okay. Right.
It's close. When I leave school and college, I would like to be a computer technician because I just love computers and I can help my dad with some of the stuff and he can help me. And I really want to be a Manchester United fan, which is going to be brilliant.
Right, we were working using cubes. You may remember that we had drawn a basic cube to start with and then built bigger ones, all right?
The reason why I want to be a Manchester United fan is because I've been it for like years and I really love it. I've got a flag, towels, I've got everything.
And I want to know, when you finish drawing and colouring these, I want to know some of these here. I want to know how many corner pieces there are. I want to know how many...
Bradley missed the last lesson when the class learnt to draw cubes.
Explain what we're going to be doing the rest of the lesson, then you can go and get some chairs. And then how many are in the middle, which are not an edge or a corner. And then there are some in the bigger cubes. How many are actually there that you can't see, that are hidden?
There's like only 3.
Bradley's been kept waiting for graph paper so he can start the task. And while he's waiting, he started to chat.
Chloe's just drawing the squares for me.
It does, he always forgets, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, at my old school there was these like little year 3s and I was a year 6 and I done the play called Grease. and
We weren't allowed to do that. We weren't allowed to do that in our school because apparently it was too indecent.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And me and my mates, right, we got chased by all the girls because they wanted our autograph. I was like, oh my God, leave me alone. And then we just hid for the rest of the year.
Year 6 production?
Yeah. And they were in year 3s as well.
Chicken Marmite or something. Yana Momo.
Yana Momo, Yana Mami, Tikuna Samura.
No, we changed it to Boggle.
I will get you some paper in a minute. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Look, flies text.
Where's
Do it
your...
yourself. What?
Okay.
I mucked up.
Sorry, I didn't... Yes.
Sir, can I have another piece of paper? I'm mucked up.
In a moment. I've just sent for some.
Thank you, sir.
So you got 8789.
In some classes, you finish the work because it's too easy and you turn around to talk to your mates to help him with the work and the teacher just thinks you're really talking. He tells you to stop it, so you stop it, and he gives you some more work sometimes. Then you do that and you're putting your hand up but still helping your mates, talking to them, helping your mates with the work. And you get in trouble sometimes, sometimes you don't. But most of the time I can get away with it because the teachers in 8R are just like the best and they don't really moan at you for talking and helping your mates.
In this shape here, how many corner pieces are there?
8.
8 again. What about some educated guesses here? What's this going to be?
So there's only 8 corners in the cube?
You only get 8 corners in a cube.
That's quite right. Now, there's plenty of paper here now. So if you're needing paper...
2, 3, 4.
Who needs more paper? You do.
That's again.
I can have something burning, but I don't fancy bringing space.
Oh no, you've run out of space up there, haven't you? Okay, I'll get you another piece. How are you doing? You've done well then. Blimey.
Chloe helped me.
Blimey, you cause me so much trouble sometimes, and then you come out with work like that. I love it. Thank you.
He never causes you trouble.
Oh, what?
Never ever.
I'll touch you down. I did that.
Yeah, I said Chloe helped me.
Oh yeah, help. I did the whole thing.
I need a colour. So Chloe helped.
I did all of that.
Chloe helped.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I'm still very pleased that you brought that to me. Are we going to be able to colour the corner pieces?
Yeah, I'm getting a colour.
Thank you.
Can I have tea, please?
After lunch, Bradley's off to English, where the class is studying a poem by Walter de la Mare, The Listeners, about a man calling at a house occupied by phantoms.
Rob, Marcus, wait for me.
Right, folks, you've had a chance to look over this now, OK, a couple of times, at home last night and just now. Right, let's have a read through it together for the first time. A few questions I want you to be thinking about as we're reading. I'll bring your attention to one main question I want you to think about, is this final one. How do the sounds in the poem, OK, help you imagine what is happening in the poem? All right, so how do the sounds help you imagine what's happening in the poem? All right, folks, let's have a read through. Any tricky words that might be in there, folks? OK, are going to be on the board there.
English, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Reason why is because when I like it, it's because I know what I'm doing and I like the work. Sometimes I don't like it, it's because it's really hard work, it's too much to write and I don't really get it.
OK, nice loud voice, Jack.
Is there anybody there, said the traveller, knocking on the moonlight door? And his horse in the silence chomped the grasses of the forest's ferny floor. A bird flew out of the turret above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door a second time. Is there anybody there? He said.
The reason why sometimes I don't like writing is because it's got just too much description and some of the words that I don't know. There's no point me listening to because certain never tells you what it's like or describes the word or tells you the meaning of it.
All right, folks, quickly, any ideas? OK, what's going on here?
The class were asked to read the poem for homework, but Bradley didn't.
OK, I've had a chance to read it through now once. Go on, Jamie, I know you've got some ideas about this already.
It's more... They're basing it on a man who knocks at the door, but then they're basing it on the setting as well, mostly.
Guy goes up to a door, knocks on the door. OK, he's obviously after something. Nobody in, nobody answers. He gets on his horse and he goes. That's it, that's all that happens, Sam. Rob?
I think there's a family of phantoms living in.
A family of phantoms? Go on, what makes you think that?
Because it mentions the phantoms.
Yeah. All right, so it does mention these phantoms, so the words that are used...
It says what only a host of phantom listens to.
Excellent, Rob. All right, so you're saying that the words that are used makes it sound as if there's ghosts there. OK, excellent ideas, folks.
The task is to create a storyboard for a film based on the poem.
When you come to do your storyboard of the film, I'm going to want you to think about how you could make it as interesting and as suspenseful and atmospheric as it is in the poem.
Aha!
You weren't in Time Spinner, were you?
I worked with Jamie, which is one of my mates that go to Hope Park, and I was eating chocolate coins in that lessons where I weren't meant to, but I only ate a couple. I can't remember anything else about English, but I remember quite a lot of French.
Hier.
Hier.
Jamil. Hier.
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 Aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui.
Demain.
Demain.
Hier.
Hier.
Aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui.
Demain.
Demain. I like French because the teacher's nice. I always go home learning something from it. I've got loads and loads of work in my book.
Pick one of these three, copy these sentences out, and fill in the gaps with the right one. Is it I went, je suis allé? Is it I go, je vais, or I'm going to go, je vais aller? So go ahead, do that now. 1 to 5.
Do we write in English?
No. Copy. For example, number 1, the right answer would be hier.
I could even tell you a sentence now. Well, no, it's really a question, but comment tu t'appelles, and then you answer by saying je m'appelle, your name.
Je suis allé.
Yesterday I am the train.
Bien. Super. Hier, je suis allé dans le train. Tout à fait. Très bien. Accent. À pied. Changes the meaning. Excellent. Good. Okay, so now, see if you can extend them.
What do you mean by extend?
How would you extend it?
Well, like, because it is super.
So pick 2 of them. You're not sure how you do it? So hier is the past.
Today.
Oui. So it's going to be like
Sir,
oui.
how do you say, then go by train?
Then,
Go by train.
what's then? Can you remember?
I think I've got it in
Stick it in
here.
there. Marcus, can you remember? Then. But.
But it's me.
But is May. Excellent. Puis.
Puis is then.
P-U.
P-U. I-U-N.
No, I-S.
I-S.
So if I was to say hier j'ai mangé.
Sir,
Du riz,
could I
yes.
copy them?
Sorry?
Could I copy them?
Yes, you can. Okay. Change. I want you to write this out, each one of you, but changing these words. Aujourd'hui, je vais en voiture. Demain, je vais aller en bus. Parce que c'est rapide, parce que c'est super, parce que c'est cool, whatever adjective you like. Okay? So you've got a few minutes to do that. Daryl. Daryl, can you explain what it is you're going to do now, Daryl?
I could tell you.
But can Daryl?
Bradley's science teacher also appears to have keyed into his personality.
Can I do the keyboard? With the arrows?
No. You can actually draw.
Oh, okay.
Draw with that. Right, don't draw them all yet. I'll tell you what to do. Guys, I've got my hands up again. Okay, Brad is going to help me out here. And he's going to draw the lines from the statements on the left to the reasons on the right. Now, don't just draw them. You do the second one, Brad, because I know you've got them right.
That one?
Choose the second one and draw it to the right place. Can everyone check, please? Excuse me. Shh. Jack, sit up. Sit up. Right, noise is a form of pollution because it is often unwanted. No, Brad's actually offered. Brad's... You do one. You do one. You do one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough now. Yep, thanks, Brad. If you're going to have a seat.
It's parents' evening, and Bradley's family's about to hear some good news.
Have a look here. His prediction for Year 8 is a 4B, which is, slightly below the national average. However, consistently, he's achieved well above that. A 6C is considerably higher. A 7C is absolutely fantastic in that test there. For someone who's predicted a 4B, it shows that he's gone away and done the work. So that's 3 whole levels above what we'd expect. That's actually quite rare to find in Year 8. So I think the future is quite bright for him in science. Is there any questions you wanted to ask me, Brad, that you weren't sure about?
No.
Did you realise that things were going that well?
No.
You didn't?
I thought I was going like 4B to like 3, then 5C, then back to 4B.
A little bit inconsistent. What I particularly like as well is he's quite keen to get involved in sort of helping me deliver stuff to the class. him and the boys that he works with, we have a laptop at the front, and we often have like animations and quizzes and things like that going on. And I can usually rely on Brad to do the sort of clicking and dragging and take control of it, while I can actually circulate around the room and teach more effectively rather than being stuck next to the computer. I always trust him to keep an eye on it and do it maturely and responsibly, so it's a good role. And because of his relationship with the boys around him, I wouldn't say he's a dominant character, but I would say he's quite an influential one. He does tend to carry them along with him, and if he's doing well, he'll carry them along with him, and they'll do well as a result.
Lunchtime.
Is she in here? Oh, is Aiden in here? Where? Someone called Aiden on here, level 100.
You need to get off deep, thank you. Thank you. And you need to cross it. Yeah. Guys, listen, you do know, don't you, before and after school, if you want to play games, that's fine, but our policy is during school hours, no games.
Maths again.
OK, we got to 2:13.
And the class has to complete the exercise on cubes.
Now, if you're talking here, go outside and wait for 2 minutes. Thank you.
I got sent out during the lesson because I was chatty and I was distracted. And then 5 minutes later, the teacher sent me back in.
Now, where's your work?
Don't know. Oh, yeah, me and Marcus lost ours.
Marcus hasn't. He's got it.
Yeah, we done it again.
In fact, Bradley didn't do any work in the previous lesson.
Where's yours now?
Mr. Picture's got it, and he ain't in today. Can I see now?
And is your work with Marcus?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
OK, you can go there.
When we want to go down the library, we say, can we go down to the library so we won't cause you any trouble and we can get some help down there?
Bradley.
And then he just signs a little bit of paper saying that we're allowed, and then we go and tell the librarian.
Right, OK. There you go, ready to work.
Now what's edges? 0. Yep.
They quickly copy their classmate Aiden's work.
You going across or what? Cross. But still, yours is going. It's just 0, 0. You're going down. There's like 0, 0, 0 for all of them, and then hidden 0, and the total's 8. 8. Now what's the next one? What's the next lot? It says here, but I don't think the answers are right here. So can't you give us the right answers then? I'm doing them now. Right, Marcus, you ready? Yeah. Edges, yeah. 12, 24, 12. 12, 24, 12. Yeah. And then 48.
What we had to do was copy our work onto the computer, and that was it. And then near the end of the lesson, we had a little time to play on games, and then 5 minutes before the end, we went back to class to give the work back and went on time on the bell.
Look, move up, look, quicker way is just to do this and cheat. I'm so brainy. Right, now we can go on games, we've done work. Oh, we can't. Save it.
It's really fun and maths really at the same time. It's to do with angles.
Did you do the top one? You done it?
It's fast games then, just press in.
.com.
Oh no, I can't do it. Go on the origin account. Or
Net practice. Bradley gets in first to bat.
Think about it, guys.
My friends, they're great. Apart from the girls, they always chase me. And that's really, that's what I like 8R, and I'm never going to move class like that. And I'm really looking forward to Year 9.
If we said we've got to convert one sort of fraction to another. Here's a half, yeah? How many 8s in that, Brad?
Despite his clever footwork,
1.
a maths test revealed that Bradley's weak on fractions and basic number work.
Is the same as
So the teaching assistant's trying to fill the
and that's
gap.
what we've just been doing, isn't it? Yeah, we've been going backwards and upwards and downwards.
That could be simplified.
Yes, 2.
2
quarters, or down to
half.
1 half. You can see that, can't you? No? There's 1 quarter.
Yeah.
2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. Next one, Brad.
4 over 40.
How's it 4 over 40? That's times it by 10. And the
Yeah,
first
10
one's
over
1.
40. Yes, sorry, 10 over 40.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's just double check. Good point, Marcus, sorry. So we've made the bottom 10 times bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
we're
that's
gonna-
4 times bigger.
How many 4s in 40?
10. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Duh.
I've done it wrong.
Yeah, hang on, don't worry. What's important is you can see how we got it in the end. And 26 plus 7 is?
Is 31. No, 36. 4 3.
3. Over?
40.
What answer did you get before? So it's 8 over 12. Yes.
It can be 2 over 4 as well.
Can be 2 over 4.
Oh, no.
And then you can be
2 over 4?
no.
No.
There's 2 3s that can go into 6, and there's 4 3s that go into 12.
How many? Hang on, what have you got, Brad? Have you got 8 over 12 as your answer?
No, it's 2 over 12.
Okay, have a look.
1 over
Okay, wait a minute.
3.
Brad, traffic lights. Which are you? Halfway.
No, she's on it because I've seen her before. I don't know how to spell it. Oscar, Callum, let's go. Jay, what we got?
English, that's it.